Hey guys, this is my NXT review for September 25th, 2019 on the USA Network. I want to apologize first and foremost because I did say, well, for anyone who actually watches these reviews, I did say there was going to be a lot more reviews coming after Takeover Cardiff and stuff, and I was really excited. And I was. But I've been sick the past few weeks, and I didn't really want to do that because I just felt bad and I didn't want to be coughing and sneezing all the way through my review. But but I'm better now. Still got a bit of a cough, as you can hear, but it's better to get going. So this is actually the second week that NXT has been on USA. And, well, it's a bit of a weird setup because how it's been for the first couple weeks was 1 hour of NXT on USA and 1 hour on the W Network because of Suits, because of the so-called Suits, which I haven't watched, no piano watch. But this episode, we start off with Killian Dane versus, sorry, we start off with Dominic Dijakovic versus Keith Lee in another belt of a match. I really enjoyed this match. It was a great one. They always have great chemistry together. He and Dijakovic. A couple spots I wanna mention. I'm not gonna go through the spots by spot, but a couple of key spots I do want to mention. So Dominic and Casey are on the apron, and they're fighting it out. Seeing who can knock the other one off. Dominic just grabs the by the throat, picks him up, and slams him on the apron. I just thought that was great. These two men never disappoint. Then another thing, Dominic tries a move. Dominic hits a moonsault on Keith Lee for a 2 count, which is impressive in and of itself. But he kicks out, and when he kicks out, he has Dijakovic in his arm, and gets up with him, gets him his finishing maneuver, which I can't remember the name of, but but it was awesome. Mara now after this match did mention that Dominic and Keithy are one-to-one in matches, and he thinks the rubber match has to happen at either War Games or some type of takeover. It has to happen at a takeover, I think. Next up, we get Tainara, just Tainara, not Tainara Conti, it's just Tainara now. We get Tainara against a returning Dakota Kai. And she got a lot of love from the NXT crowd, just chanting her name and welcoming her back. She had an ACL tear, which I think is the injury Edge had also that he came back from. Though that's just a harrowing injury to come back from, and especially to come back to something as physically draining as professional wrestling. I mean, I just applaud her for that, and I welcome her back and all that. We get Dakota Kai versus Tanara, and this isn't a squash match by any stretch of imagination. I mean, Tanara gets some good kicks in. Dakota gets some good kicks in. I mean, it's just a great match. But Dakota eventually wins. Dakota eventually wins. We get next up. We do get a bit of a surprising match for it to go on. It to go on the finale. I figured it'd be the main event or something. But we get Killian Dane versus Matt Riddle in a street fight. And Riddle, I love you, bro. I really do. But I gotta be honest, I was rooting for Killian Dane. I mean, whoever won would have made me happy, but I was rooting for Killian Dane just a little bit more. And epic spots from this match that I'll probably always remember. Matt Riddle is up against the barricade, up against the wall, and Killian Dane just runs at him and cross-bodies him through that wall. And I thought that was just great. A yard of back and forth in this match. Riddle got the advantage, Dane got the advantage, Riddle got the advantage. At one point, Dane hits a trio of Vader bombs, and Riddle still kicks out. I thought that was just great. After a hard-fought match, Riddle does eventually gets a victory. One thing I will say about NXT on USA Network, as happy for them as I am, one thing I will say is I don't like they have commercial breaks now. I mean, I know they had to have some commercials on the W Network for some reason, probably Vince's idea. But I don't really like the commercial breaks that they have. But that's just a small nitpick. That's just a minor nitpick. We do get, after Riddle wins, we do get Adam Cole coming out, kind of bad-mouthing Riddle, because he just been through this match, saying, "Hey Riddle, this is my property. You'll never, talking about the NXT Championship, you'll never be on my level. You'll never be the champion." Riddle just jumps up and catches him in the Fujiwara armbar. And I thought that was just great. One thing I should mention that I don't know if I mentioned is this match was for the number one contendership for the NXT title. So next week, Matt Riddle face Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. I'm really looking forward to that one. I really am. So that in the first hour of NXT. The second hour of NXT on the W Network, we get a tag team match. Oni Lorcan and Marcel Bartel versus a team that they're calling Terror Rising. Play on Triple H's won the Triple H WCW name back in the day. Um, this was a good match. It was a really good match. I mean, it was, this just reminded me why I act Oney Lorcan and Marcel Martel. And, they were just a good match. But eventually, Oney Lorcan and Marcel Martel do pick up the victory. Do pick up the victory with their tag team finisher, which I don't think they've given a name to yet, but I could be wrong. It's where Marcel Martel has the opponent on his shoulders, has the legs of his opponent on his shoulders, and Oney Lorcan as the head of the opponent, and he drills him with the DDT, and that gets him the victory. And like I say, I don't know if they've given it a name yet, but yeah, it was a good match. Next we get probably one of my favorite matches. We get Cameron Grimes, formerly known as Trevor Lee. We get Cameron Grimes versus Raul Mendoza, and this was just a great match too. NXT is always great to me, in case you couldn't tell. But a lot of back and forth throughout this match. Right out the gate, Cameron Grimes tried to go for the double stomp on Raul Mendoza, but Raul Mendoza kind of scoots out of the way of that. And that's what that was great too. We get a lot of flips from Raul Mendoza, a lot of wrestling from Cameron Grimes, but eventually Grimes does pick up the win over Raul Mendoza. The main event. We get Kushida versus 3 members of Imperium in a 6-man. And we don't know who Kushida's tag team partners are. They made it sort of a big mystery. And I thought to myself watching it, well, is there gonna be some big return? Is there gonna be big debuts? What is it gonna be? It turned out it was the Fast and Peas, which, fair enough. I like the Fast and Peas, fair enough. But I don't know why they built it that way if it was just gonna be Fandango and Tyler Breeze. Fair enough, I like them, I really do, but I just don't know why they built it up as some big mystery if it was just gonna be Fandango and Tyler Breeze. But that was a good match too. I mean, I would have liked for I honestly would have liked for Imperium to win, but Kushida and his team won, which was good too. I love Kushida, but I really love Imperium. I really want to see Alexander Wolf and the one of the other members of the team, one of the other members of Imperium who isn't Walter. I want to see him as the UK Tag Team Champion. That's what I want to see. I think they're really good. Especially Alexander Wolf. I think he is so good. But eventually Kushida does win with a roll up. He wins with a roll up. He doesn't win by a submission like we think Casita normally do. He wins with a roll up. Casita gets out of there celebrating, but he's met with a big boot by Walter, the UK champion, and I really want to see this match. I think everyone wants to see this match, because last week, what happened to set that up was Imperium got down to the ring, interrupted what should have been a good little match between Casita and some other opponent, and that's where I got a glimpse of what could be Walter versus Casita, mainly for the UK Championship. I really want to see that. Please, just book that. And I think they will, and I'm so excited. We get a rundown for the con next week. As the show closes out. They're calling it the NXT Night of Champions, which I think is just a great title. As you know, next week on Wednesday, October 2nd, is the debut of AEW. So they're building stacks. So it's Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Championship, NXT Women's Championship, I should say. I love Candice LeRae, I really do. I don't think these are gonna win, but I'm looking forward to that match. Another match, we got the Street Profits versus Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish of the Undisputed Era for the NXT Tag Team title. And then, in the main event, we get Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle for the NXT Championship. That's all happening next week. 2 hours show on the USA Network on the 8 p.m. time slot. That's happening next week. It's worth noting that I'm gonna be catching up with NXT on Thursday night, so my review will be coming on Friday now. I'm gonna be watching AEW on TNT, and I'm so excited. It's a golden age for wrestling. I mean, I'm just so excited. Between that and what New Japan are doing, I'm just really excited to be a wrestling fan right now. Guys, I don't know if I'm gonna review AEW. I don't know how well they do, but what the hell, I may review AEW. And my NXT reviews are gonna be going up Friday. So I'm just excited for that. Regardless of who watches for my wrestling content, I am just really excited to be a wrestling fan right now. Guys, have a good night. God bless you. And I'll see you next week if all goes well.